Low baggers, happy Wednesday afternoon to all of you. A very successful afternoon. It could have been even better had I taken the full game like the chat told me to do with the Braves Twins. Instead, I took the first five that pushed. But a glorious start to today. White Sox minus 117 cash. And then Braves first five over 6 at minus 110 push. Rockies Astros no play. A's Cubs over 10.5 plus 100 cash. Thank you, Caratini, for an 8th inning home run. Cardinals first five plus 122 push. They got their run in the 6th inning. And then Nationals first five minus 114 cash. I also have Nationals full game of minus 106. And if that comes through, it'll be a 4-0 start to the day. Get the money plus units in MLB in my future. Shout out to all the cappers in the chat. Jonathan Succi in the house. Aaron Bistron says, afternoon, low bag fam. New York Mets team total over in first 5 minus half. Cash it. Chicago White Sox filling the well once again. The morning lettuce harvest has been fruitful. The morning lettuce harvest has been fruitful, says our guy Aaron Bistron. Ty Clinton says, yes, indeed. Gas Station Sushi says, Ron Crawford wins again. That is old-timey shit from our guy Ron Crawford in his spreadsheets. Gold. But Gas Station Sushi, if you've been watching him the last few days, his max bets have all been cashing, and love capping with that man. Vero Video in the house. OG Wham, I'll get you next week. Marty Muerte at Young Chillionaire. Larry Savage. Ron Lofton. Mally Mal, the Sports Keg in the house. I will be on the Sports Keg this evening. Looking forward to that. Brian Watson, Jeremy Miller in that was Viper MB 47, Ralph Jefferson, Trot Wham, Coco Bongo. Coco Bongo, little beach tip. Says if you spill sunscreen on your shorts, looks like you gassed yourself. Brian Watson said, hey Jimmy, White Sox great. Wow, it's so funny because I was the one saying, look, this White Sox team has no heart. They're going to lose a bunch of games for the rest of the year. And then they did, but we're watching all these games, and how do you not notice this White Sox bullpen stepping up? We're going to get a ton of value on the White Sox moving forward. Ty Clinton says Blue Jays has the Rays number. It's nice to read that. That's the first time that's been written in like 2 years or 3 years. Anthony Masternard says Boston Online, my book, 2.5. How do you feel about that? We'll talk about all that. And just looking good. There's Joe Rich Ramirez. Looking good. Feeling good. Looking good. There's Jeff Murillo, Bookie Lover Q. Ron Lofton says, another bottle tonight. I do know what happened to me last week. I was trying to go, why did I get blackout drunk on the show? And I remember why. Usually after this show, in that little half an hour in between this show and Sports Keg, I go and I eat a sandwich. And I don't know if you guys can remember, but last Wednesday, when Lucrative Larry came through those doors, he was wearing a sombrero, and he was holding my bottle of Jameson that he'd taken from my desk. We started drinking the Jameson on the show. I never ate said sandwich. Cut to 3 hours later, blackout drunk. But yes, Ron Lofton, I will. But I'm going to eat some in between. We got E. Walps in the house. So what up, Jimmy Lowbaggers? First time commenting, been watching for a couple weeks, still learning the game. Shout out to E. Walps. Great day to comment. 3-0 right now. 3-0 right now. I don't want to say 4-0, but thank you for joining us, E. Walps. There's Andy Harris up 300 last 2 days. Love seeing that. Jeremy Miller says, hope someone tailed my Milwaukee-Pittsburgh first inning, no runs, plus 114 yesterday. I wish I had of Jeremy Miller. Respect. Melvin Betances. Chris Favors. What a great group. A. Hilly. Red Girl in the house. Baltimore team total over 3.5. Mally Mal says, Blue Jays young hitters getting it done. Are they ever? We got Tomarino Tomor. Said Nova could have helped the contender. He's pitching well. Great call. He's pitching so well. A. Hilly says, imagine having San Francisco Washington first five over. Back-to-back bases loaded and no runs. I was happy about that. But if you had the over, I'd be upset. I get it. 400, Jason McIver, flip money. Okay, so Flip Money says, man, this show is the best. Thanks, chat. Flip Money, much love to you, my friend. And what a great start to the day. Now, let's not just pat ourselves in the back and, coast through the rest of the breakdowns, but let's enjoy the victories because we know how much the losses hurt. And one problem I have in this game is that the losses hurt way more than the victories feel good. Putting some money in my bank, and it feels good. Feels good, Rafa. Feels good. Coco Bongo says I'm running hot number 8 in the DJ contest. Yeah, I'm rolling in that contest as well. Shout out to our guy Coco Bongo, Ryan Taylor, Verl Video, Mr. Spectacular, Aaron Maybe. Okay, Sam Berhe in the house. Aaron Bristol says my Red Sox first 5 at minus 110 still looking good, hasn't been voided. I hope that stays. Okay. Justin Bilbo, Twins over, baby. That was a mistake. You guys were absolutely right. I didn't need to take first 5. Nasty Nate, 5-1 on the early card. Love seeing that. Vinny Cornell says my sausage is in the dirt. We'll get it back. Maxwell Smart said, Jimmy, I like chicken tenders with honey. I know you do, Maxwell Smart. Honey. Okay, so what's going to happen is in 20 minutes, we are going to have the live debut. A man who's been sending in plays of the day that have been cashing. We have Hunter Engelhart joining us live in 20 minutes, and he's going to be focusing on that Yankees game. He's going to be focusing on that Yankees-Orioles game. So let's talk about the game that pops off. Is it right now? Does it pop off? No, it doesn't pop off for a bit. When does that game 2 of the doubleheader pop off? I thought we had a little bit of time here. We do. We have an out. Or no, we don't. The game 2 of the doubleheader is going right now. What am I talking about? In the 4th inning. Okay. Sorry. SBR odds is a little behind here. The 4:40 game is the Padres-Mariners game. Let's start right there. Ron Crawford says on Chicago Sky. Thank you. We will be capping that WNBA game, but with only 5 games left on the card, we have a lot of time to deep dive into these if we are going to make additions to our already very successful day. Aaron maybe says, White Sox on the road in August has been money for 2 years. Interesting. Justin De Leon said, Braves are hot. Twins choke. I like that very much. And Melvin Batten says, started at 420. Yeah, some of the SBR odds is a little delayed there. Jeremy Miller says, early game, 2-game parlay, 2-team parlay cash, Braves money line, Toronto, Tampa Bay under 9 at plus 261. Attaboy, Jeremy Miller. God, it feels good. Feels good being winners. And that's what we've done today. So let's get started. Deep dive into these 5 games. Joined by Hunter Engelhart in 19 minutes. So we're going to save his game, which is the Yankees, Orioles. Let's get to work. We have lineups, market moves. We're going to start with the Padres at Mariners. Now, we heard some people in the chat liking the over, and it just seems to make a lot of sense. We also had people interested in the Mariners as a home dog. The talk was that Kikuchi outside of his division has been much better than inside the division. Let's see what's going on here. Tomino says, Lucchese's been much better at home, but he's been pitching better on the road recently. I'd lean first 5 under. Neither team has seen the pitchers much. That's very interesting. Padres money line says Larry Savage. Justin De Leon says, I swept yesterday 4-0, including my max play on the Dodgers. I'm proud to be a Dodgers fan. Man, and I wish I came so close to taking Cardinals plus a half, but that was going to be minus 125, and I didn't want to take turn a dog into a favorite, but man. Okay, let's take a look. Bookie Lover Q says Padres roll. Let's first take a look at the market move, and there's been almost no move in total and side. Let's take a look here. The total opened at 9.5 at minus 115. And there's been a 5-cent move towards the over. The Padres opened up at minus 145. They're now at minus 143. So a 2-cent move towards the Seattle Mariners. Ty Clinton says San Diego first 5. And Mally Mouse says, kind of like the under tonight, too, in the Padres spot. That's very interesting. Torino says Lucchese's pitched well in big parks because there was more. I didn't remember hearing about the under. It was mostly the over and whether or not the Mariners were a live dog. Let's take a quick look at the lineups we will be dealing with here. Here we go. For the Padres, Tatis Jr., Will Myers, Machado, Hosmer, Renfroe, Maya, Margot, Urias, and Hedges. Behind the plate for the Seattle Mariners, Malik Smith, Crawford, Santana, Vogelbach, Murphy in the 5-hole. That's an ugly back end of the lineup. Murphy, Seager, Nola, Lopez, Broxton. Remember when we thought Broxton was going to be a beast? Broxton and Buxton. Buxton at times has looked at, but Broxton just doesn't seem to ever. Bookie Lover Q says Seattle back to sucking, especially against lefties. Now, beginning of the year, the Mariners were smashing lefties. And it's just been dropping and dropping and dropping as they traded away piece after piece after piece. Their starting lineup in Japan, there are 2 players left on this Mariners squad of who was there in that opening weekend in Japan. There's my guy Juan Ruiz and now says, thank you for the White Sox. Good morning. Need an evening glass for sure. Shout out to our guy Juan Ruiz. Can't wait to hang with you in Miami. Juan Ruiz. Beautiful. Okay, so let's see. Coco Bongo says Beckham's suspension is for the Mariners is big. Anthony Mastronardi says it all depends on when San Diego game pulls the starter. Third time around is so bad, but if you just pull him before his bad last inning, his ERA is way better. Justin De Leon says, if I had a gun to my head and had to choose on the Padres Mariners, I'm taking the Padres, but personally staying off. Nut Flush Allen has joined us. Nut Flush Allen in the house. Andy Harris says, how come every time I bet on the Dodgers, they lose? There's no problem with that, Andy. There's no problem with that. Just start staying away from that one team. Focus on the other teams. Every capper is going to have a team that just kind of seems to bite them. And if they're doing that, no problem. Just stay away from it. Noli No says, buzzing at the game went a little crazy. Have 800 on the Dodgers under. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Noli. Let's not get too excited yet, but top of the 9th here. Oh, Noli, that makes me so excited. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Jackson Wells in the house says, slam your house on Yankees -1.5. Hunter Englehart's going to be joining us to break down that game. Oh, wow. Noli knows. God, it's been a great day for the low baggers today. A great, great day. I love it. Okay. Jorge Don't Play says, gave out White Sox run line and under yesterday morning, plus 435. Hope y'all got that. That's Jorge Don't Play. Bookie Lover Q says, mine is the Brewers. Yeah, Andy, don't worry about having a team. Don't let it. Just stay away from them. Very, very easy thing to do. And we all have that issue. We all have that issue. Okay. So, Hako Schofield says, let's make that money. Astros made me money once again. Don't they? Just, Tomio says, Dodgers game isn't over. No, we're in top of the 9th. We're not counting chickens. But we're in a good place for our guy Noli. Padres, Mariners, Lucchesi, Kikuchi. Padres beat the Mariners for the 7th straight time in interleague play. 7 straight times. The Padres have beat the sad sack Mariners team. Tatis extended his hitting streak to 10 games with that 2-run homer into the second deck and left. Lucchesi 2-0 with a 3.09 ERA in 2 career starts against Seattle. Winless in his past 4 starts has not looked good. 5.57 ERA. In Kikuchi's first 11 starts, as we talked about in the morning show, 3.43 ERA, last 12, 7.65 ERA. It was Drew Martin who was very interested in these Seattle Mariners. And Nuflashan says, buy your ticket to Miami with the profit. That is a good idea. That is a good idea, Noli. We need you in Miami, but let's just be proud of our guy. Noli knows getting that paper. Okay, so all that said and done, I'm pretty uncomfortable with this game. Kikuchi's been terrible. If the numbers tell you that he's going to pitch better because it's not a division foe, I mean, we're talking about 1 year of sample size with Kikuchi. Lucchesi's been bad lately. Now he's in the pitcher's park. We've seen what he's done at home in the pitcher's park. If I had to make a move, I would take the Padres here. And I would probably take the Padres on the -1 line. Let's see if we have any. I know that there's not going to be a lot of baseball data, but let's see if we have any pitcher versus batter here. Here we go. If we have any, not really. 7 at-bats against Lucchesi. Seager's had 5 of them. 0-5. Domingo Santana, 1-2. And they've never seen Kikuchi. I'm sitting here. Nutflush said, Jimmy, did you take the team total over on Astros? No, I wish I had have. But, Nutflush, I am 3-0 on the day with 2 pushes. 3-0. And I have the Nats full game hanging. Could make me 4-0. Drinking Hand says, thanks, Big Boss, for my handle. Drinking Hand goes with me everywhere. Hunting, fishing, golfing, now lighting fireworks, maybe not driving. Okay, let's see. Drinking Hand. Here, Red Girl says, Pirates first 5. We're going to get to that game. Jared Schrader said, I'd lean San Diego as well, Jimmy. But are you going to make the move, Jared? Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Thank you, Drinking Hand. Thank you for watching. I'm sitting here 3-0. If you guys have watched me, it's uncanny how mediocre I've been doing every single day lately. Just 500, either one game up or one game down every single day, staying right around that same spot. And right now, to be close to 4-0, I don't want to add a loser. And so I'm going to be a little tighter with my action. And we have seen me, other than yesterday. Yesterday, my late show leans were good. But so far in August, my late show leans have been bad. Sue's 387, bunch of the gooch, says, can we please have Padres win by 1.5 for my parlay? I will be cheering for that. Shout out to Hako Schofield. I'm very happy that you cashed on the Astros. I don't know why I didn't come along. And Nasty Nate says, Pirates don't win baseball games. And Justin says, Jimmy, don't get greedy. Exactly. So at this point, I am not going to make a move on the Padres, although they do interest me. They've beaten this Mariners squad 7 times in a row. Do we want to trust Luke Casey on the road? Both teams have very similar numbers. Do you want to take road favorites here? Although the Padres have been better on the road than they have been at home. If I took the Padres, I'd probably want them on the -1 line instead of the money line. Let's see what the money line would be right now. We're going to go to full game run line. If I took them on the full game run line, or the -1, it'd be like a -140 and a -102, which would only give me a -120. So that does not make any sense. If you're going to take them, you probably have to just pay the toll. So at this point, I am not making a move on our first game. Let's move on to our second game. Brewers, Pirates, Drew Pomerantz, Trevor Williams, 78 Fahrenheit, partly cloudy, 5 miles per hour, out to right center. Pomerantz has had 2 appearances with his new club, and he's looked okay. It's been just an inning each. But 5 Ks, 0 walks, hasn't allowed a run. Trevor Williams is a pitcher that I believe in. And if you've been backing him since he came off the IL, you would have lost money. And I have lost some money backing him. Although he's 2-3, there is a couple wins there with a 6.64 ERA, 7 starts since coming off the IL. 3 starts in his past 3 starts against Milwaukee were all last year, and he was excellent. In 6 career games against Milwaukee, 3-1, 1.38 ERA. He's been excellent. And we just heard that, I guess, Kane is not in the lineup. Let's look at the market move and let's look at the lineup. If you wanted to back Milwaukee, they opened at -129 and now -116. So a 13-cent move towards the Buccos. This total opened at 9.5, juice to the over at -120. And there's some books hanging 10s now. BetOnline isn't one of them. BetOnline's actually gone 3 cents back to the under, where all these other books other than Pinnacle have gone, and Pinnacle and Intertops are the only ones. Oh, and Bet365 are at 9.5. The rest are at 10. Very interesting. Justin says Pitt should win. They got smashed 2 days in a row. Goose says Luke Casey's 4-0 away going up against a left-hander this year. Interesting. I didn't know that. DJ Big Boss says I'm looking promising for 8-0 if St. Louis and Nats can hold on. Oh, Big Boss. I like hearing that. Trenton Claxton on the over in the Red Sox game. Justin Bilbo says, what do you think of the Phillies at +130 against the Diamondbacks today? We're going to break that game down completely. Lance LaRose says Pittsburgh a live dog. Bookie Lover Q leans full game under. Larry Savage saying Pirates 4 wins in their last 20. And the real DJX is on the Brewers -1. Let's take a look at these lineups right now, shall we? Here we go. Milwaukee, Pittsburgh. For Milwaukee, Grisham in left field. Grisham, Grandal, Moustakas, Hira, Thames, Braun, Gamel, Arcia, and then Pomerantz. For the Buccos, Newman, Reynolds, Marte, Osuna, Cabrera, Moran, Reyes, Stallings. Interesting. No Bell. And maybe says Pitt over looks good. Over it's big with Pitt being at home, but there's no Yelich. There's no Bell. Tormino says Pirates have struggled against lefties. Do we trust Pomerantz? Noseguard says unders. That probably is the look. Probably is the look. Nuffleshan said Drew was pissed when the Giants told him he was going to the bullpen. He will pitch with a chip on his shoulder. Yeah, and that's, the under is worth possibly a look. The under is probably worth a look. It really is here. Are you making a move on this game, Nufflush? Ty Clinton saying full game under, but Melvin Betances says this game goes over. Do not want to go up against Melvin Betances. Would we prefer then a first 5 under. The problem with that is that you're asking Drew Pomeranz to step up here. That's very tricky. But it's a 5.5. It opened up 5. It's now at 5.5 at Pinnacle. That tells me not. That tells me that the over is in play, is what that tells me. All right, no move yet on any of these. Let's move on to, we're going to skip Yankees, Orioles, because Hunter Englehart's going to be here in 6 minutes to break that down. So let's move on to Royals at Red Sox. What's my guy Jeremy Miller said? I locked in the under at 9.5. I'm interested in it. I'm very interested in that. Jeremy, I'm very interested to roll with you there. Jeff Murillo on Pittsburgh, first 5. Nutflush says he's staying off. And Nose Guard says Palm scares me. Yeah. Tom Marino says Milwaukee's a lot of lefties, even with Yelich out. I don't trust Williams. Lefties are hitting .330 against them. Let's see how many lefties they have. Thank you for that, Tom Marino. Tomor, huge asset to our squad here. Yeah. The only righties are Hira, Braun, and Arcia. But look at these lefties. Grisham, Moustakas, Thames, Gamble, Grandal's a switch hitter. I mean, they're not nasty lefties by any sense of the imagination. Larry Savage says, don't bet on Pomeranz. Brandon Lugo says, Palm is 1-4 with a 7.61 ERA on the road. Been working out of the pen, so will be limited. The Brew trash pen, I'd take a plus money shot on the home team. You know, Brandon Lugo, I like that look. Backing the Pirates, but you're not going to get too big of a plus line, but still a plus line. God, Trevor Williams does just not look good with his 85-mile-an-hour junk. Jeff Murillo has got to take the plus money value. I hear that. Okay, Justin Bilbo says Royals not scoring at all. Let's talk about this Sparkman versus Rodriguez. I was very impressed with Rodriguez's last start. And sure, he allows that grand slam in the first, but then he completely shuts the Yankees down after that. And that shows character. Royals are 18-39 on the road. They win yesterday to stop that 8-game winning streak against them. And they were on their own personal losing streak, but the Red Sox had beaten them 8 straight times. Sparkman 3-7, 5.58 ERA, 1.44 WHIP, 88 2/3, 51 Ks, 24 walks, and 20 homers. Eduardo Rodriguez 13-5, 4.19 ERA, 1.32 WHIP, 135 and a third with 139 Ks. He's impressed me. And Nutflush Allen says numbers show over for me. And you're talking again about the Pirates game, Nutflush? You're not on to this one, right? Thomas says Williams has been slightly better lately, but I'm not on the game. All right. So let's take a quick look. Aaron maybe saying Sparkman is ass on the road. Let's take a quick look at what we're dealing with market-wise here. KC Red Sox opened at 11, has stayed at 11. Red Sox, a huge move towards them, as always. Actually, it just moved 4 cents towards the Royals, but it was, before that move, it was a 55-cent move towards the Red Sox, so now it's just a 51-cent move towards them. Let's take a quick look. And Tomori says Rodriguez has been much better at home. I'd lead Red Sox -2. Sparkman is the kind of pitcher I see getting hit hard at Fenway. Brandon Lugo says Red Sox should destroy them, but who knows if they care. I do not want to back this Red Sox team as big favorites right now. I just feel very difficult trusting. There's my guy Don Corleone in the house. Let's see what we're dealing with lineup-wise here. For the Royals, Merrifield, Arteaga, Dozier, Soler, Cuthbert, Lopez, Gallagher, O'Hearn, and Hamilton. For the Red Sox, Betts, Devers, Bogarts, Martinez, Benintendi, Vasquez, Moreland, Holt, and Bradley Jr. Jorge Don't Play says Sox over 11 and Brew Crew money line. Well, so obviously Sparkman is a bum. Let's see if I have more information. Yeah, okay, so Sparkman's allowed at least 5 runs each of his last 3 starts. 6 against the Twins and 4 2/3 last time out. But he looked good against Boston earlier this season. 1 run on 3 hits and 5 1/3 in the June 4 start. That was actually won by Rodriguez. He has a 12.38 ERA in 4 appearances, 1 start against the Red Sox. Rodriguez gave up 4 runs for the first time since June 24th in his last start. It showed a lot of heart the way he battled back. He allowed just 2 hits the rest of the way, but 6 walks. Rodriguez 2-1, 5.46 ERA in 6 career starts against the Royals. Gave up 2 runs in 5 2/3 innings against Kansas City, an 8-3 win on June 4th this year, and that's when he went up against Sparkman. Let's take a good look at exactly what Sparkman is dealing with here Here we go. Sparkman, and exactly how bad Glenn is being on the road. And we know it's ugly. On the road this year, he has a 9.08 ERA and a 1.88 whip. But do you trust the Red Sox to deliver for you here? Aaron Bistron says Sparkman's going to get touched. Coco Bongo says, I will not bet Boston the rest of the year. Stay far away like an East fan hooker. Hey, man. Not all East fans. No, they all are. Okay. Jackson Wells says Red Sox over. Their starter sucks versus the Royals. And Nuffalshan says instead of backing Sox on the money line, more team total over on the Sox. There's EJ McClellan in the house. He says, heard you don't want to back Red Sox, but feel like tonight -1.5 Red Sox is good. Over in play as well. I'm back at the Red Sox -1.5. Need it for my 14 parlay. EJ, my guy, I'll be cheering for you. Melvin Batanza said, Jimmy, you're going to spark it up in Miami? My lungs are getting better. They're still I would say like 90%, 92%. So, yes, I will be sparking it up. All right. What's the Red Sox lineup, says Michael Irvellino. We just went over it. It's fine. Betts, Devers, Bogarts, Martinez, Benintendi, Vasquez, Moreland, Holt, Bradley Jr. Let's take a quick look. Torment says the Red Sox will still play hard at home. They sell out every game. At Young Chillionaire as the Royals beating the Red Sox 7-4. Aaron Bistron says, what do you know about them Hako girls? Well, I know where to take you, Aaron. I know where to take you. So, all that said, let's just quickly look at the team total here at Pinnacle and then see if we want to jump on what Nutflush is talking about. Here we go. Boston Red Sox team total over 6.5 at -114. I just don't know if I trust them. I just don't know. Melvin Batanza says drink pineapple juice, good for your lungs. Thank you, Melvin. I will. I don't know if I trust them. Fat Fist, my guy Fat Fist now says Royals over 3 team total. Let's see what it is here at this book. 3.5 at -132. So your 3 would have to be heavily juiced. I mean, sure. You know, the 3.5 I don't dislike, but -132, I don't know how much I want. So at this point, sitting at a 3-0 day and could be a 4-0 day if I can get the Nationals through this. Ross throwing another gem. I know he loaded the bases up, being kind of fortunate, but I've been very right on that. Wrong on a lot of things, but very right. EJ McClellan said, Jimmy, my man, throw a little something on Red Sox -1.5. I just don't want this team right now. Oh, Fat Fist meant 3.5. Okay, I feel you. All right, so far we broke down the Royals, Red Sox, the Brewers, Pirates, and the Padres, Mariners, and I have yet to put an addition on my card. Feels good to be putting money in my pocket tonight, and I want to make sure I have a clear angle if I'm going to make a move. So with that said, let's bring in our next guest, making his live debut here. He's been sending in plays of the day. They've been sharp. A low bagger coming to us live right now. Please welcome to the show, Hunter Engelhart. Hunter, my guy, Wednesday afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Jimmy. It's a big time live showdown. Look at me stepping up. Here we go. I heard you got a 3-0 to start the day. That's awesome, man. Thanks for having me. Hopefully we could finish the day on a streak.
Let's do that. Let's absolutely do that. Yes, by the end of the show, I should be 4-0 with the full game with the Nats. But let's get to work. Let's talk Yankees, Orioles. 81 Fahrenheit, light rain, 6 miles per hour in. This Yankees team is just smashing homer after homer after homer against these O's. 11 home runs in the last 2 games. 38 at Oriole Park at Camden since 2019. Shocking. But we have the Orioles' lone ace coming back from the injured list, strained bicep. He's looked good. Only relief appearances so far against the Yankees, but 1-0, 1.59 ERA. And he's going up against Paxton, 4.61 ERA, 1.46 whip, a lot of volatility. Let's break this game down. Let's look at lineups. Let's look at it all. But first, Hunter, take it away and tell us what the angle is that you're looking at hammering at this game.
Well, I already took this play for 2 units, and I took the Baltimore Orioles first half money line. And the reason I did that is because I don't see Baltimore bullpen even having a chance against this Yankees lineup. We know John Means has been outstanding. He's got 8 wins so far and only 6 losses. I mean, to have a winning record on that Orioles team is saying something. And we got Paxton on the other side for the Yankees, and he's been absolutely god awful of late, and especially on the road. I think he's got an 8.1 ERA or something like that in his last 2 starts, and his ERA on the road I think is over 6. And Baltimore hits lefties very, very well, especially when they're at home. This is a spot I like to back the Orioles in, and I've had success in the past. Is I like to look for the Orioles facing a left-handed starting pitcher with John Means on the mound, and I've cashed real big money lines in that situation. Means, like you said, he's their lone ace. He's coming off a little bicep strain. He missed a start. I just think that's a young pitcher who kind of got not used to the MLB season as a starter, but I think this week off really helped him. And this Baltimore Orioles team actually smashes left-handed hitters. And they were in the game like yesterday, except for a couple bonehead plays. But they're actually ranked, I think, 11th or 12th in the MLB in runs scored against left-handed pitching, and against right-handed pitching, they're ranked like 27th or 28th. The complete opposite is true for the Yankees. They're ranked number 1 against right-handed pitching, and against left-handed pitching, they're like 12th or 13th. So they go the opposite way on both lineups against starters tonight, and I think this is the Orioles' time. They got Means on the mound. I think they take the first half.
That first half with Means on the mound has been very good to us this year. Keith Sadler says, makes sense. Orioles, first 5. Interesting stuff here, market move-wise. What we have is a slight move towards the Yankees, small on the first 5. Just a 6-cent move, but the total is at 5.5 at every book but Pinnacle. Pinnacle hanging a 5. Which makes me think that Paxton could be okay here, or at least if Pinnacle's saying if you want to take overs, please bet them here. That generally means a move towards the under. Aaron Bistrin says, love the New York Yankees, Baltimore over 10.5. Batfish says, so Orioles first 5 killed me 2 games ago. Blue Lock Loke says, love Orioles today. Interesting stuff. So you're focusing on Means, not the bullpen. You're going up against Paxton, who you think who we know is vulnerable, and you're going for a big money line score at plus 190 at Bovada. That's the highest you can get. The lowest is plus 183 at Bookmaker. The Orioles first 5. It's a ballsy play, Hunter, and I respect you coming on live and making your first play a big money line first 5er. Oh, so did you have any interest in making that a plus a half?
Well, that's where I was going to go to next. Is I was going to say plus a half. I think is somewhere around 120-ish, low 120s. I think. I actually took the first half earlier today, and I got it at plus 206. So now that it's down to plus 80, plus 180, plus low 190s. I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't take the plus half run in this situation with that less of a difference in price.
I agree with that breakdown. I just don't know if I have the balls. Bradley Bent says, can't trust Means coming off the IL. Now, you're looking at it as missing 1 start, just a refresher, breather, but it is concerning. But the shorter the stay on the IL, I guess the more comfortable you could be. Is that how you see it?
Yeah, I mean, his arm was probably just a little sore, and this Orioles team isn't making a playoff push or anything. So instead of injuring his arm by major league workload, I mean, we're over halfway through the season now. He's a rookie. This is his first time in the big leagues, schedule-wise, travel-wise. So they could have just said, his shoulder's a little tight. So I mean, his bicep's a little tight. So we'll just call it a bicep. We'll let him miss a start. We're not winning any divisions or anything. It's not worth risking hurting Means, so we'll just call it a bicep strain, and we'll give you a week off.
Very interesting. I don't know if I have the balls, but I like it. I certainly, if
you
I was
given 3-0, Jimmy, you gave yourself a little cushion to lay down some dough here.
I have given myself a little cushion. I have. I'm going to keep thinking about it. We have a little bit more time in this spot. Hunter, would you mind staying on with me for a little bit longer? There's still a couple more games that I haven't capped yet. Do you mind hanging out?
Yeah, I got about 10 minutes or so.
10 minutes. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Well, why don't we just cap this game together, which is the last game on the docket, the Phillies Diamondbacks. Let's go over your lineups. Sorry, lineups for your action here. Yankees, Baltimore. For the Yankees, LeMahieu, Judge, Urshela in the 3-hole. Wow. Gregorius, Maben, Gardner, Higashioka, Tauchman, Valera. Oh, my God. That's a vulnerable lineup, man. That is, my problem with this, Hunter, is that every time I look at an insanely weak Yankees lineup, they still somehow produce. And we saw that, what was that, 2 days ago? The 5 through 9 batters go 5 home runs, 9 RBIs. That's as ugly a lineup as I could ever dream of for the New York Yankees. For the Orioles, Alberto, Mancini, Santander, Nunez, VR, Severino, Wilkerson, Chris Davis, Martin. How ugly is that Yankees lineup?
But I mean, if you look at mean splits, I mean, the most impressive number to me is his runners in scoring position, batting average against, and OPS. I mean, I think it's like 190 something for runners in scoring position and an OPS under 7 in that situation. I mean, and he's in a division with Boston, Yankees, the Rays lineup that hasn't been hot but has shown to be on fire. So I mean, this guy's numbers against lineups that are good are freaking outstanding.
Wow. Sorry, a couple of things also coming in here. Trevor Loudon talking about Peter Gross. Interesting. Very interesting, Trevor Loudon. Thank you for putting that to our attention. Also, speaking of the horses, Deer Slayer Ski at the spa at the horse track right now at the horse track. Shout out to Deer Slayer Ski. All right, Jeremy Miller says, any Phil's game is a complete pass for me. They burned me so many times. Gotta love them from a distance right now. I can definitely understand that. Wow, I'm just shocked at that Yankees lineup. John Garcia says, if Means throws a no-hitter today, he will win Rookie of the Year. Larry Savage on Orioles -1.5. God,
Ooh,
okay.
That sounds nice.
That's a big, juicy. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to take some time here, but I'm close to making a move here. If we have you for a few more minutes, why don't we hear your take on this Arizona game? Tormino says, I think the value is on the over. Arizona hits lefties. Gallen is very mediocre. Interesting. I mean, we saw him dominate in New Orleans, and I think he's come up and looked pretty good. Interesting that you find him mediocre. Now, obviously, there's got to be truth to that. If you respect the brass that's running the Marlins franchise, which is hard to do, they did give up on him. The real DJX says D-backs -1. Mally Mouse says D-backs smack Vargas over. Phillies, Arizona. Oh, sorry, that's first 5. Let me go to full game money lines and spreads here. Here we go. Full games, money lines, and totals. Here we go. It opens with Arizona at -123. They've taken 19 cents. 19-cent move towards them. But the under's taken money. The under's taken 4 cents. Opening at 9.5, under 9.5, -115 now, under 9.5, at -119. Vargas, 6-5, 3.93 ERA, 1.25 whip. I've been watching interviews of him, and I've started to like him. I started to like his cocky swagger. You need that from a pitcher at times. Zach Gallen, 1-3, 2.72 ERA, 1.18 whip, making his first start for these Diamondbacks. Phillies hitting .245, 738 OPS versus righties. D-backs smashing lefties. I just feel like if I wanted to jump on the D-backs, the time has passed. Gallen pitched 7 innings each of his past 2 starts, no runs, 2 hits against the White Sox July 24th, before giving up 2 runs, 4 hits versus the Twins. That was a real impressive one. And as I said, 9-1, 1.77 ERA in AAA New Orleans, which is a hitter-friendly situation. Vargas won his last 3 starts for the Mets, but came away with no decision for the Phillies. 2 runs, 5 hits, 6 1/3. I thought he looked fine. And he's traditionally been destroyed by Arizona. 2-3, 6.82 ERA. You have any lean on this spot, Hunter?
Yeah, I lean towards the D-backs in this situation, but I'm staying away from the first 5 just because we've seen Vargas just absolutely deal, and we've seen him absolutely get smashed. He's a guy that when he tries to be better than what he is, he gets just absolutely fucking rocked. And when he struggles with command, he gets all over the place. And next thing you know, he's throwing meatballs up there. But he does know how to pitch. A pitcher like him coming from the left side, I think he throws high 80s or something like that, not very hard. He's got to be on, and we've seen him be on. When he is on, he's very, very hard to hit. He knows how to pitch. He knows how to attack hitters. So I'm staying away from the first 5. But the full game, I do like the D-backs in this. I got them run line earlier today. I took them for 2 units earlier today for the run line, just because I've seen Arizona just absolute finish games lately. I mean, even when they start out first half slow, those 7, 8, 9 innings, they've been just putting away teams recently, and I don't like this Phillies lineup right now. They're not hitting well. They're cold. I saw a stat that has the Phillies 0 for their last 10 with the bases loaded since Friday. I mean, this Phillies team is an absolute mess. So I'm back in the D-bats in this situation.
Would you think that there's still value when it's moved 19 cents towards the Diamondbacks?
What is the line at now?
It opened at minus 123. It's now at minus 142.
For the run line or for the money line?
That's the money line. For the run line opened at plus 142. Wow, interesting. The run line's actually gone up. The run line's now, 3 cents, plus 145.
Yeah, I got it earlier. I think I got it around 140 or high 130s. I somewhere in that range. I have to check. But like I said, I mean, I don't mess with money lines. I don't know if we've had this conversation before. I only mess with money lines if they're minus 110 or better odds. I don't pay any more than minus 110 in any of my plays, just because baseball, you have, one pitch out of the 300 that are thrown can completely change a game. So if you're going to bet baseball, I don't risk any more than, minus 110 on a play.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Absolutely great job. Hunter Engelhardt is live debut. I absolutely love it. We have to get a day of the week where you can join us live. Absolutely great job, Hunter. Where can we find you on Twitter?
You can find me at Twitter at the Engelhardt. It's a little confusing. It's at TheEnglehart, and it should be tagged there in your Twitter, that SBR, and you retweeted, so you can find me over there. Follow me. I tweet a lot about baseball. I tweet a lot about in games. I tweet a lot about stupid shit that has nothing to do with baseball. So I'm not overly gonna overpower your timeline, but usually I put out some pretty good stuff.
There he is, Hunter Engelhardt, live debut. Great job. Loved having you on. So Hunter's play for the show was backing Baltimore, but he also just let us know he is also on those Diamondbacks. Thank you so much for joining us, Hunter Engelhardt. There he is, Hunter Engelhardt. So in all honesty, we have 5 late games, and I don't feel I want to guarantee myself a winning night, but I look at Means and the Orioles. That was Hunter's spot there. I see value there. And I'm not entirely sure how Gallen's going to handle pitching here. I expect him to be good. We know that Arizona bats can smash the Phillies, but minus 140 is a lot to ask. Minus 140 is a lot. Brandon Lugo says money line. I'm showing minus 144 on the D-bags. Too pricey, in my opinion. I look at this spot. Let's just go quickly back once more over these 5 games and see if we want to add in a play here. Padres, Mariners. If I look at all these opportunities right now, I would say that he's right. I would say that the Orioles are a nice spot here. Jared Trader says, Jimmy, quick question. Will we be breaking down NFL preseason games tomorrow? Yes, we will, Jared Trader. But we'll probably focus more of that on the late show. But I will be making my first preseason official plays. I haven't decided what my preseason unit price is going to be, but it's not going to be much. Probably like $75 or something of that nature. Ty Clinton says, so Diamondbacks to play, run line or money line? If I were you, I would take it on the -1 line. It still has value on the -1 line. But yeah, Jared Trader, we're going to break down NFL preseason games on the show, absolutely. Tom Marino says, Dickerson has made the Phillies lineup noticeably better. Phillies have no depth. Farm system is horrible. Take a look at this lineup here that we're dealing with in this Phillies Diamondbacks game. I thought I did give it out, didn't I? Here we go. Oh, shit, that's not it. Where is it? The hell did I do with it? Sorry, I've lost my lineups. Here, let me pull this off. There we go. Okay, here we go. The lineup for the Phillies. Dickerson leading off, and you just heard what Tomer had to say about it. Dickerson, Hoskins, Harper, Realmuto, Segura, Hernandez, Kingery, Hazley. And then you have Marte, Peralta, Escobar, Walker, Jones, Flores, Ahmed, and Carson Kelly. I'm surprised that lineup smashes lefties. Jeremy Miller said, I took a small shot with San Diego, Seattle, first 5 over 5.5. Interesting. Michael Irvelina says, I'm thinking of putting $50 on every single preseason game under. Historically, that's worked. Brandon Lugo says, everyone should do what works for them. I generally just limit reckless juice. But if I love it minus 140, I'm going to take it. I get that. Mally Mouse says, full NFL slate preseason tomorrow. Yes, I've capped all 11 of those games, so we're ready to go. And there we go. Spidey play of the day from Alex Ramirez is Diamondbacks money line. Don Reed says, I haven't bet preseason in 3 years and won't this year either. Yeah, I'm just, I'm not sure exactly how I'll handle the card. I'll cap it with you guys. I haven't made any bets yet. Also, my inside information on the Stampeders tomorrow did not come through as expected. Bo Levi Mitchell will not be starting, and we thought that he was. He's throwing bombs in practice. He's ready to go, but they're keeping him away from the Bombers, so interesting stuff there. Double Up says first 5 innings under best play here. I think so, too. I just am concerned about those Arizona bats smashing lefties. Chris Anatate saying WNBA game over 164.5. We have to go cap that. So I want to take one last look at these games here. Here we go. I'm going to copy and paste my guy Chris's action on WNBA because we still have to cap that. And then we will bring in Freddie Fortune, who has very good news for us. Okay, so let's go once more over these games. And do we decide to make a move? Also, what's going on in the Nationals-Giants game? Still 4-0. All right. So let's make a move or not. Shall we or not? Here we go. We have Padres at Mariners. And I find it extremely interesting that the chat's now sort of on the under, whereas it was on the over earlier. I don't want to make a move on that. And Brian Watson says Indian Cowboys on the over too. Thank you for letting us know, Brian. Noseguard says over in Padres Mariners. That's what I initially liked. And I've seen some other cappers on it. But hearing the guys in the chat on the under will just completely take it off. Bon Polo says, I'm on the Chicago Sky, but that is a lot of points. Okay, we'll talk about that very soon. Then we have this Brewers-Pirates game. I don't trust either pitcher, but this market is taking it down towards the under. Let's go back to full game money lines and totals. Oh, and Sky team total over will cash this Don Corleone. Okay, I got it. Coco Bongo, much love to you, my friend. And Tom Marino saying leaning over. Oh, here, Sky. Okay, sorry. I'm going to copy and paste all these comments there. Thank you. And EJV's also on the over. Okay, I've copied and pasted all those. And I'm going to bring them up in like 1 minute here. Just going to take one last look. One last look at these games. So I don't want to make a move. I don't want to make a move on that Pirates game. It's just a lot we don't know. Gas Station 26, number 4. Aleda Lutz, Delmar, race 4. Oh, wow. And we already got that heads up on race 7 over there from Guillermo. When does that race pop off? Here we go. Okay, here. When does that race pop off, Gas Station? Thank you for letting us know. God, I love this guy. Okay. And Memphis Money says, first time in the house, best evening game, San Diego money line, says Memphis Money. San Diego money line, says Memphis Money. Then we have the Royals Red Sox game. Sure, Sparkman is terrible against the Red Sox, terrible on the road, maybe just generally terrible. But I'm not going to take that over 6.5 with the Red Sox right now. I don't have faith in them. I don't know how much they care. And then the 2 games that I could make 10 minutes. Thank you, Gas Station. The 2 games that would possibly get me to make a move would be backing Baltimore first 5 for that huge score or taking Arizona. And I'm an inning away from being 4-0 on the day. And I think I just want to keep it that way. Now, there has been this huge 40-cent move towards the Yankees, but it's when you're backing a dog, you don't need to be too scared of that. You just don't need to be too scared of that. We have Means coming off the IL. Mountain Mouse says Boston, it'll hit 11 by themselves. Double ups on Kansas, Boston over. Guru Sportsbet says, Alex, same as my play of the day. Let's see what happens when we got the same play of the day. Absolutely. I love seeing cappers on that same spot. Guru Sportsbet's play of the day is the Diamondbacks, but he got it a much better line, I imagine, because he put that out this morning. So I guess at this spot, at this point, I want to come here 4-0. I want to come here tomorrow morning 4-0. Badly. Very, very badly. And I guess I could add in a Baltimore on a big plus line. Let's take one last look at these lineups again. And that, how bad is that Yankees lineup? LeMahieu, Judge, Urshela, Gregorius, Maben, Gardner, Higashioka, Tauchman, Valera. Going up against Alberto, Mancini, Santander, Nunez, VR, Severino, Wilkerson, Davis, Martin. I guess the more we talk about it, the more I feel like the only move to make. I mean, you could jump on both. There's Muhammad Jones says, I'm parlaying Padres, D-backs money line together. Viper MB says, you can always live bet, Jimmy, don't force it. Thank you, Viper, for saying that. It's just sitting here 4-0. I mean, why would I reach here? And I guess it's not much of a reach. Taking Orioles first 5. Polo says, so good to cash that Blue Jays money line. Great job. Justin Bilbo says, men on second and third. Watch out, Jimmy. And Don Corleone says, just take the WNBA pick. Yes, Justin Bilbo. I'm not counting chickens. Oh, bottom of the 8th, 3 out. Sandoval just struck out. Mally Mal says, stay perfect. I mean, doesn't that sound so good, Mally Mal? How often do we say that about myself? Never. DT says, take the Diamondbacks. Okay, let's break down this WNBA game. We still have time to make a move if we want. We can still make a move on one of those two. But that would be the only spots I would take. I would take the Orioles, first 5, and possibly the Diamondbacks. All right, let's talk WNBA. Michael Irvelina at gas station. I just blindly tailed you. I'm at Del Mar now. Nice, Michael Irvelina. At Del Mar now. God, I love that. Justin Bilbo says you're not 4-0 yet. You're right. You're absolutely right. Brandon Lugo says O's are a fat plus. If you like it, don't love it. Maybe a half unit. Yeah. I hear that. Memphis Money says, love this show. Love having you, Memphis Money. Okay, let's talk about Liberty Sky here. Liberty Sky, this opened at 8.5 to the Chicago Sky. It's now 7.5 across the board. Let's take a look at this total, and then we'll break down the game and go over what some of the cappers in the chat are already on. Total is at 164, opened at 164 now, 164.5. It's gone up a half point, and we know the Sky can score. 8-3 at home, Liberty 4-7 on the road. Their Sky's home winning streak began by beating the Liberty last month, looking for their 4th straight home win and looking to complete a regular season sweep of the Liberty. But that's a lot of points. Chicago won for the 4th time in 5 games Saturday, 10-point first half deficit. They overcome to beat the terrible Atlanta Dream. Remember how bad they are. Vandersloot, 42 points, 18 assists in the first 2 wins over the Liberty this year. Tina Charles, 20-10, but New York fell for the 6th time in 7 games Sunday at Connecticut. But Connecticut is a tough spot. Memphis Money says, don't bet against the Yanks. Don't bet against the Yanks. Mally Mal says the Yanks lineup screams no runs. Okay, let's talk about what the guys are on right now. Oh, and by the way, Ron Crawford's spreadsheet plays Mets already cashed. And then Boston, Cleveland, Arizona, and that looks good. Tomino says, Sky like to push the pace and shoot well. Should be an up-tempo game. I'd lean over. 164 is a high total for a WNBA game. Don Corleone says Sky team total will cash. Maybe we should focus on that and not the Liberty. Mally Mal is on the Liberty and the over are his leans. Von Polo says, I'm on the Chicago Sky, but that's a lot of points. Torino says, Sky's been very good at home, but their defense still inconsistent. I wouldn't lay 8 on them. Chris Sanitate is on the over 164.5. Ron Crawford is on the Chicago Sky. You know, when I look at it, Mally Mal wants to know what the money line is juiced at for the Sky. I mean, it's got to be massive. Here at sportsbookreview.com SBR odds page, the Sky you can get minus 295 at 5 dimes. And Don Reed says, Nats cash, yes. Oh, man. Why is this? Seems not to be going that. Seems not to be refreshing here. Okay, so. And Von Post said, that's a high total. We just lost 1 under last night by a few. Yeah. It's a very high total. Von Post said, I think Chicago will be down at halftime. Then I'll just grab them live. Well, let's see what my book is hanging their team total at. And by the way, I'm on a losing streak. Memphis Money, we track every play that I make very closely with all honesty and transparency. That is the name of the game here. We're always just going to be honest, regardless of how embarrassing that is sometimes. And my WNBA's fallen back. Rafa, my guy, could you pop up the WNBA? record, and this is WNBA. It was very nice at one point, and now it's gone down. And Memphis money here. Oh, a double up says I'm taking the under full game. Von Polo says the total is very sharp today. Well, let's just see what my book is hanging for a team total. I've not been doing well in WNBA of late. I mean, I was rolling there for a while, and things have gone sour for me. But if I was to make a move, let's see what the Sky team total would be. Here we go. Oh, man. They're not giving me a team total? They must be. Come on, here we go. They're not. Oh, there we are. Thank you. Oh, I was like, what the hell? Okay, here we go. Team totals, 85.5 for this guy. 85. Joe Anisi said, Jimmy, I'm thinking of bringing my brother to Miami. Joe Anisi, do you, my guy? Anybody you want. A brother of yours is a brother of ours. Oh, man. We used to see 170s last WNBA season, says Melly Mel. Don Marino says, yes, it's been horrible in the WNBA this year. You know, I think that if you guys are liking the over, and I'm uncomfortable with the Liberty producing the over, then Don Corleone's Sky team total seems the most appealing right now. EJV says Sky and Liberty scored over 174 both times they played this year. You know, I'd feel more comfortable just backing the Sky. Von Polo said, I told you last night the Dream wouldn't even score 70 to land on 69. Yeah, they fell apart in the fourth. Having them first half was very bothersome. Ron Loft says, bring your mom also. I hear, Joe. That's so funny. Don Corleone says this over will cash. But Don Corleone, you're only taking the team total, right? Don Reed says, Nats win puts me 4-1-1 for the day. Nats team total over 4.5. Nats team total over 4.5. My only loss. Have Arizona live tonight, -137. Big game for my day. Attaboy, Dom Ricci. Attaboy, Dom Ricci. Don Corleone, you're taking the Sky team total, or you like the full game over? And then that's about it. Then we bring in Lucrative Larry, and I guess I'm not going to add any plays. You know, I'm sitting here 4-0 on the day, and that just, you know, who cares if I don't enjoy my night? That's the problem. The problem is that we need the action so we enjoy our night. But I'm tired of reaching on the late show and coming up with squad-ass nothing. Don Corleone says I'm on both. Don Corleone says I'm on both. Yeah, Don Ricci, the game isn't over. It's in the ninth inning. I thought that the SBR wasn't refreshing, so I refreshed it twice. It's still the ninth inning. Dom, I'm sure we'll still be fine, Dom. I'm sure we'll still be fine. Looking at this, I will make a move. I will make a move on the Sky team total over. I feel like that's the best look for me. I know I can trust this backcourt to continue to roll. And I can't always trust the Liberty offensively. Tina Charles is rolling, but will anybody else? So I will make a move on the team total over. 85.5 for the Chicago Sky. Now it's heavily juiced. -125. But I'll go with that. I'll take the team total over 85.5. -125. And I am not going to add any action on my MLB card. I just, if you know what, how about this? If the Giants come back and beat the Nats, maybe I add one of these two games. Also, I'm going to be on the Keg Cast tonight on the Sports Keg. If I want to make a move on one of these late games, I'll do it then. But I keep looking at this Orioles spot, and I'm sorry just to sit here humming and hawing over this Orioles spot. That's such an ugly lineup for the Yankees. But a mistake that I've been making is underestimating this shit lineup that they keep producing because they keep stepping up. And I'm not going to make that mistake again. I will cheer on Hunter Engelhart. I do agree that the Baltimore first five, if I wasn't 4-0 right now or about to be 4-0, I would take Baltimore first five, and I would probably take Arizona. I don't know if I would take Arizona -1, but Baltimore first five makes sense. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not adding. I want to come back here 4-0 tomorrow morning. There you go. The only play I'm adding on the late show, and some would call this boring, conservative. I just want to be a winner so badly. And we did that on the morning show. We crushed it. I'm going to leave it at that. So please. Oh, I guess I said it was Lucrative Larry. It's not, right? It's my guy Freddie Fortune with great news for us. My fault. So please, welcome to the show, Freddie Fortune. Freddie, what up, man?
What's up?
Man, you got a hat that's too small for you on, eh?
No,
Looking good.
I just got buffed.
Ski Profit says it's safe. It is safe, Ski, but feels good to be a winner. Who cares if my night will be so boring?
Ski saying you're okay?
Oh, and you got your shirt wide open, eh?
Yeah, I need the sun.
Oh, God. There's Jam Man!
I need the sun.
Oh, God, that's horrifying. All right, why do you have your shirt unbuttoned like that?
Well, I need sun. There, I got some exciting news for you.
Please, tell us the news.
Are you happy
I am.
for me?
I want you to tell everybody.
Well, I need them to guess what's going on.
Well, nobody seems to be paying much attention.
Okay, man. So, well, since no one cares, I won't be telling anyone then.
Come on, let us know.
Well, I'm going to Miami.
He's
Yeah.
going to Miami.
Yeah. Stop screaming. I know you're all crazy for me.
It's very exciting. He went to the consulate. He had the interview.
Yeah, it lasted like I don't know, 2 hours and a half maybe.
2.5 hours, really?
Yeah, they asked about everything. They apparently they watch my shows.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
Hard to
on.
believe. Hard to believe. EJ McClellan says need sun. Says
Yeah,
need-
that's why I'm shirtless now. Well, kind of shirtless.
Yeah, it's gross, man. It's just fucking hideous. Just hideous. Ron Lofton says, who is Freddie's chaperone in Miami so he doesn't get bullied?
That's to be defined. I know Jeremy Miller wants to be my bodyguard.
Yeah,
I want my friend Max to be my bodyguard too.
but Max, not allowed in the States. Yeah.
Stop making jokes. I
It's no
know.
joke.
I know that's a joke.
Bookie Lover Q says you'll fit right in Miami dressed like that. Are you going to have your shirt unbuttoned
Yeah,
like that
I
in
know.
Miami?
Yeah, all the time. If I'm not drunk, the 100% of the time.
All right. Well, we're very excited. Raven in the Desert, you guys have had your tough times. You know what he says?
What?
Says Freddie is the best.
Oh man, really?
Yeah.
Don't make me smile,
Wow.
please.
Jeremy Miller says can't come to Miami. Sorry, Fred. Kid on the way.
Oh man. Well, he said something about protecting me, so yeah.
Yeah, he's a good man. Jeremy Miller's a good man. Bad news, Randall. The inside info I got didn't pan out. I thought we were going to get ahead of this move because Bo Levi Mitchell was going to start, but they're holding him out.
It's colding here.
Oh, button your shirt up.
My
Man.
nipples are getting a bit.
I don't want to hear about
crazy
your
all
nipples.
over the
What's
place.
your action? What's your action?
Well, I got some exciting news for you.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. First, I got some facts before my play.
Okay, let's hear some facts.
Did you know that the first Burger King opened in Miami in the year 1954?
Couldn't
3
care less.
years after, they introduced the Whopper at 37 cents a
Oh,
burger.
Just couldn't care less.
Well, did you know that Miami it's the only U.S. city that was founded by a woman?
Oh, I like that, man. I like that. Is she a fox?
She's dead, man.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Did you know?
My friend had a joke where he said, if you could have sex with any woman, dead or alive, who would it be? And he said, Britney Spears and dead. So,
Who's dead?
okay, let's just keep going.
Do you know that Miami welcomes over 40 million tourists per year?
God,
I will be one of them.
Yeah.
This year, I hope, if I don't die in the next 12 days.
This is fucking riveting.
I got more information for you.
Yes.
Did you know that Miami gets its name from one of the tribes that lived there? The Miami. That's the name of the tribe.
Yeah, right, man.
Yeah, Miami.
Oh, God. All right. Farsha Asami is wondering if you're drunk. Are you drunk?
No, well, I don't know. Did you know that the suntan lotion was invented in Miami?
I did not know that.
Well, now you know. Did
All
you
right.
know that Miami is also a great agricultural region, growing avocados, tomatoes, and mangoes?
All right, I'm about done here. You got to play?
Yeah, well, don't you want any
No,
more?
I'm good. Thank you.
Did you know that people
Oh, jeez.
that live in Miami are called Miamian? No, stay here. Stay here. I don't know what to do in the show. I got the Europa League qualifying.
Okay, let's hear it. Europa
Yeah.
League qualifying.
It's the AC over Mariupol at minus 138.
Minus 138.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Well, congratulations. If you want to see that hideous chest in person, Miami's going.
I will be selling my chest hair.
Oh, God. All right.
$25
All right.
a pound.
Jesus. Okay. There he is, Freddie Fortune, and I predict he either gets got by the
What?
Miami street gangs that
Ah,
lucrative Larry has said will get him,
Larry.
or he
Larry, who
drowns
cares
in
about
the ocean.
Larry?
Little shark attack.
Well, nothing's going to happen to me in Miami. I hope I don't die. If I die, well, at least my wife will get the money from the
Yeah.
insurance.
Yeah.
But I don't want to die.
No, why would you?
I don't want to die virgin. So
All right.
sex
what?
is an important part of my life.
I thought you guys have had sex. Okay, we don't need to talk about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. At this point, I've only added the WNBA team total over.
I'm not a virgin.
I really want to come back with a perfect day, and so that's what's up.
Can
Sorry that I'm putting everybody
can-
to sleep, adding no
can-
plays on my card.
Can you tell them that I'm not a virgin?
Leche, Halos Bookmakers!
Oh my goodness. I'm not a virgin. I'm not a virgin. Thank you, Rafa. Great show.